Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Everhart, and I'm the sound tech for Captive Free East Coast. On this page you normally read blogs, but I'm not a fan of typing, I'm a huge fan of talking, so I'm going to start vlogging instead. So, Happy New Year to everyone. It might be 7 days late, but better late than never. Alright, Quake. We had our first Quake no more than 3 or 4 days ago. I love event season. Events are everything I ever knew about Captive Free for years. Went there as a middle schooler. I did event crew for 6 years. Got to meet all the Captive Free teams. It's always such a blast to be at an event. I love events. So this is the first time I've ever been an actual teamer at an event. Like I said previous, I was a middle schooler. I went to Quake. It was fun. After middle school, in high school, instead of being a junior guide, I did event crew, which was a lot of behind the scenes stuff. You get to actually hang out with the band and hang out with the feature band, whoever it is, Echelon, Breath of Stone, Daniel's Window, you name it. So I have now seen all three sides of the event, which was awesome. It was just fantastic. So Friday comes, and we start setting up Bread of Stone, which, by the way, they have the absolute craziest stage setup. Like, Cats Free, we have a 15-passenger van and a trailer. They have a bus and, like, a house. That's how big their trailer was. It was awesome. It had lights, it had projection screens. It was just crazy. If you have an event with these guys, it's going to be an experience. So we set up, and the way events go is that after the first celebration part, the junior guides split up, the adults split up, and the kids stay for the Friday night fiesta. Me, along with my teammates Mary and Erica, got to run the Friday night fiesta, which is just a lot of fun, a lot of games. Just it's a time to just welcome them to Quake and just have fun. So we started off with a little mingle game. It was fun, get to know people, go up to someone. You had to walk like a penguin, and so it was fun to scream mingle and walk like a penguin. I can't show you right now, but it's pretty awesome. You got to know the kids. It was just so much fun. After mingle, after they met some people that they may have not known, we played ships and sailors, which you may know it as Captain on Deck or something related to being on a ship. It's pretty much a crazy awesome version of Simon Says, but without the whole Simon Says do this part. Then it got to my game. Now, my game is the handshake game, which, if you're a teamer, you learn at training. Pretty much, you have to find a complete, not a stranger, but another middle schooler that you don't know. So I guess it would be a stranger. You go up, you say your name, where you're from, and a fun fact about you. But then I gave them a secret handshake. It could have been like the fish. It could have been you go for high five, you miss, grab the ankle, you churn butter, just anything. A big jellyfish, which was a huge fan of all the kids. And so I did that for all these handshakes, and then I told them at the end, remember, this game doesn't end until Quake is over. So whenever you run into your partner, whoever they may be, you met them, you need to do that handshake with them. And all the kids are just like, "What? It's gonna be all week. We're not done this game." It was awesome. So they really loved it, and so to make it fun, since a lot of them wanted to be a partner with me since I was on stage, I just gave them all just a crazy look. That was their everyone's handshake to me, which was awesome. Friday night went by, went to a family time. It was great. Got to talk with a church that I actually knew from past years, which was nice. It was cool to see them. The junior guide I knew when he was in 8th grade. He hung out and he was one of the kids that hung out and danced in the front with me all the time. It was awesome. Saturday comes. Now, for those of you who do not know, we use a program called Media Shout to run our lyrics and our videos and all that stuff. I got the pleasure of having to set up both the media shout for Breath of Stone, which was the featured band, and Captive Free band, probably an hour before the actual celebration started, which I had no problem with. I love media shout; it works. I know what I'm doing when it comes to that stuff. Beth our other teamer helps out because she's done this before. So the first celebration goes by. They're all coming in there. We're getting it high energy, high everything. Everyone's having a blast in front. They're all up front near the stage dancing. Lights are going everywhere. People are singing and praising. It was awesome. I love it. So it comes around to Trek time. Now Trek time is workshops. You go out, you do a little activity, learn the theme verse, do a little fun, do a Bible study, whatever the Trek may be. I got to do the trek called Chosen, which is on human trafficking, which is a great trek. If you ever go to an event with Captive Free, I highly recommend this trek. It's very informative and it's a very important message. So the first time out of the 3 treks, I had to do it to the adults. Now, I'm not always a very nervous person, but for some reason, thought of all of that's going to be in there are the adult leaders. I was pretty much shaking with nerves. It was nerve wracking. But we started it, and the adults were very, very participative. It was great. Like the nerves kind of went away the moment we started. It was like they were volunteering to answer some of these questions. They were helping me get more info than I knew previously about my own trek, which was great. It was very helpful so that when the youth came in, I could share the info that I just learned as well, which was very helpful. Lunch came. Now, there was 2 youth came up to me and invited me to go to lunch with their church. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm down with that. I love food. Let's go. And so they come and they take me over to their 2 adult leaders and like, hey, we invited Ben from Captain Free to come eat with us. And the adult leaders then invited Erica, who was talking with them, saying, hey, you want to come join us if you don't have anyone to go with? So then Erica was with us. As we're heading out with the adult leaders and these 2 youth, we run into the junior guides of that church. And they're like, you guys coming to lunch too? And we're like, oh yeah, we're coming to lunch with you guys. And they're like, we just invited JD, the lead singer, to come with us too. So there's 3. And I'm sitting there like, these guys have 3 captive freers. This is crazy. So on our way leaving, we run into Beth, another captive freer. And they're like, we gotta get Beth too. Beth said yes. So then they had 4 of them. They had 4 of us there. And so, me remembering what we all learned at training is like, if we need to split up. We can't all be in the same place. So, I let them go. I said, I will see you guys at family time, if that's okay with you. Kids were fine with that. So, I found another church, and I was like, hey, do you guys want to come eat lunch? Like, I can join you guys if you want. Got to know them. It was great. They said, sure, come and eat with us. We get to where they're eating their lunch, and we're eating some Domino's pizza, and we're chatting, and come to find out, this church that I had just joined to go to lunch is the church that is honestly 2 blocks away from my actual house. Like it kind of blew my mind that a random group of people that I met actually go to the church that's right near my house. I mean, I don't go there, but it was cool to find that out. So I met all the kids. Some two of their junior guides. They go to the high school that I went to go to. So we started to talk about high school and what teachers they had and how fun it was when I was there and how fun it is currently while they're there. Got to hang out with the middle schoolers and just see how they're doing, how much they're enjoying the event, and they were they just loved the fact, I guess maybe that there was either a Captain Free member there or that I am a goofball like I say I am. So lunch was over. We're cool. We got midday devotions. That was done. We did that. It was swell. JD ran that. I just was in a group. So then come the youth treks. Again, for some reason, I got really nervous. I still don't know why. Maybe it was just the first time I'm actually teaching youth this chosen stuff. So youth came in, and I told them the very number one thing that I would recommend to anyone, and it is you can make the most boring trek very entertaining just by participating. If you don't participate, it's going to be boring. But if you raise your hand and you're participating and you get other kids to raise their hands, participate, it's going to be fun for you, it's going to be fun for the leader of that trek, and it'll just make that trek a lot of fun. So both treks that I ran with youth, I said this, and both took it to heart, and they actually participated, which was great. They had some serious questions. We had some serious conversation. Some kids didn't even think about that human trafficking could happen where they're from, but in reality, it can happen anywhere, no matter how big or how small. That's why we need to. That's why the trek is there. We're trying to teach them how to see it, how to prevent it, and the signs of it. It's a great trek. Again, highly recommend it. Then dinner comes around. I got invited to dinner by people that came to my trek, which was awesome. I go in there, and it was kind of it was a funny sign because you have guys are split up over here. They're watching football, and then you got the girls over here, and they're watching the food channel. So I was invited by the girls, so I went and hung out with them, hung out with their adult leader. We just sat there and chatted for a while. Just, there was a lot of jokes. They were as goofy as I was, so we got along fantastically. So dinner's over, and we have a little bit of time before this afternoon celebration. Now, the afternoon celebration, again, was just incredible. I feel at any event, the Saturday afternoon celebration is going to be the most God praising, the most high energy because the kids are now used to seeing these musicians. They're used to the songs that we're singing, and they're just like, let's go crazy, let's have a good time, let's praise God. And it was just awesome to listen to sing with them, to dance with them. It was incredible. Celebration's over. Speaker was amazing. Red of Stone was great. Captain Free was great. Now the dance is here. Now, if you're on team and you're the sound tech of a Captain Free team, you are the DJ. I was DJ Foof. That's another story for another day. So you have a set list of music that you can play, and you kind of just play it. You have the kids up dancing to Cotton Eye Joe or the Cha Cha Slide, and then you have songs that are like the Hokey Pokey, which I kinds of pushes them out there saying, all right, I'm tired. I should go get some water. I don't like this song. So it was cool to see all the kids that were up dancing. We had a large group of kids. They weren't all scattered. They were all in one big group, and they're all dancing. And it was awesome. And, once you hit play, you can go out there and dance. So I got to go out there and have some fun with them as well. Now, let's see. Dance is over. Campfire comes. All the kids calm down. They enjoy some calm campfire music. It was cool. It was just a nice acoustic setup, egg shaker. It was cool. Bread of Stone did great with that. So campfire's over. Now it's family time. Now with family time, I had to go to that group for lunch that I told you about. That I said I'll come to family time so you don't have four Catholic readers all at one spot. And they're like, sure, that works. And I go there and come to remember this church invited me to come to their family time when I was on event crew. So we kind of already had that connection, which was cool to see some of the junior guides that invited me last year when I was event crew. And again, it was just cool. Like they had great group discussion. It was cool to see the different perspectives and to put in my 2 cents to some of the questions that they asked me, which was great. Then of course afterwards after the family time's over, you have the what's Captain Free like? And then all of a sudden they bombard you with question after question after question, which I didn't mind. They gave me a pretzel, which made me happy. So now Saturday night's over. After everyone's done their family time, we all can hang out at the hospitality suite where it's kind of where the Captain Free band, the featured band, and the event crew kind of go and relax, have an apple or grab a little snack to snack on and relax before they head to bed. Now Sunday comes. Sunday is a very worshipful day. It is straight up. We are going to praise God. It's Sunday. It's no different than any other day. Let's praise God. So it was again just lots of praising songs. It was again amazing. It's always a sad day on a Sunday because you have to say goodbye to all the youth that get along with you that are like, oh my gosh, Captain Free, oh you're awesome, and it's like you have to say bye to them, and it's kind of sad to see that. But then you're like, you're gonna go to this Quake next year, maybe our paths will cross another day at a youth event. You never know. So the everyone's left. You've all said their goodbyes. All the giant group photos have been taken. Now teardown. Bread of Stone setup is gigantic. So it's always interesting when you're doing tearing down such a giant setup because the boxes are humongous. But it was cool. Bread of Stone kind of points you in the direction that you want you to go. How do you tear it down? It was great. So the Quakes are amazing. Events are amazing. I can't wait to experience my first zone, which is in Virginia Beach. I can't wait to experience my first Quake zone. I've only been to Quakes before. So it's going to be incredible. This isn't the last video. It's going to be out as often as I possibly could. So I will see you all next time.